Hi, I'm Jeff McChesney, CEO and founder of TargetArm. What I wanted to do today was just give you an overview of the things we've been up to, kind of encapsulate the last couple of months, show you where we are today and the next things we're going to be doing in the future. So this is just an informal type of discussion for you. And if you have any questions, we'll leave at the end here that you can actually post those to us and we'll respond directly to you. The first thing is that about 2.5, 3 months ago, we were invited to go up to the Michigan Army National Guard at Camp Grayling in Upper Michigan, and we worked with Army National Guard soldiers. It was a tremendous opportunity for TargetArm. Now, if you remember what TargetArm is that we are a company that launches and recovers drones for moving vehicles. It sounds simple, but it's really difficult to do, and nobody's really doing it well today, and certainly not reliably like we are. Our ability to launch and recover autonomously with no stopping and no pilot required, and the drones operating in unison as you're continuing to move, either as a formation in the military or police department or even the fire chief that's moving along. Those kinds of capabilities are what separate us from the rest of the community and differentiate us, we think, as an investor in the world for that matter. Along the way now, so what we were invited to do up in Michigan, I've kind of overviewed what we've been up to. Oh, by the way, this is our Raylar device right here and a couple of the drones, our test drones that we built, which people are already buying both of these on the commercial market. What we did up at Camp Grayling is, first of all, we demonstrated that it doesn't really matter where you load Raylar. We loaded it up onto a boat. We used Havoc AI's Rampage boat with a sled. We ended up launching and recovering from the water while we were moving, because in reality, the drone and Raylar don't care what they're loaded on. They are able to operate and move as things are changing underneath them. So whether it's across a terrain and bumpy, whether it's hitting a pothole on the road, or it's just a rough terrain as it's driving down a gravel road, Raylar absorbs all of that with its robotic arm, and we're able to capture the drone and bring it back in, recharge it, and do various things in the future as well, which I'll talk about, especially with the Army. Now, what we did up at Camp Grayling is we started off that first week being on the water, and they invited us afterwards to go ahead and continue to operate with the exercise that they had into the following week. In the following week, we loaded ourselves, they loaded us actually, the soldiers we trained in a couple of minutes to load Raylar on top of their infantry squad vehicles, and they drove around with Raylar operating. We had them operating the systems with us. We had getting feedback from them about how our system could be improved, which is invaluable for us to say an operator is talking to us, telling us what they're thinking, how they would use it, which we immediately started incorporating into our software and our hardware, and we are continuing to do so today. So we operated on the infantry squad vehicle that was manned. We operated off of an infantry squad vehicle from Qualcomm. That one was teleopt out of California, so they're driving the vehicle in Michigan, and we were operating autonomously on top of it as well. And then we also loaded Raylar on top of some unmanned ground vehicles as well, so some autonomous vehicles that were operating. So a lot of great experiences for us in Michigan. 2 weeks of really, really intense feedback of what we were doing. People, kicking the tires, not literally on our system, but kicking the tires and seeing underneath the hood of what we were up to and giving us great feedback. We immediately came out of Michigan and we rolled right on into another operation that we set up to work with GM Defense. And that was that the Association of the United States Army has the largest exhibition, I think, in the United States, maybe even the world, for Army defense capabilities. And we were invited there by GM Defense to host our system and showcase Raylar on the infantry squad vehicle. In this case, it was one that was powered by Mission, or mission powered, I think is actually the words that they use, which is an electric type vehicle as well as a gas or kerosene operated vehicle. So we were right in the center of their display. It was a tremendous opportunity for our system to be shown. We were able to show the Raylar device on the back. We had the robotic arm up, and we weren't able to fly indoors there, but we were able to show the system, and then we had videos that we showed people as they came by. It was a fantastic event for us. There's 35,000, 40,000 people that come through in Washington, D.C. It was a great opportunity to receive feedback direct from across the Army, from across the defense community that was there, as well as the congressional staffers and other members of the federal government that came through. So we were able to get, again, tremendous feedback. And this is the second opportunity right in a row that we did where we're getting feedback that nobody's ever seen anything like what we have. We're hearing from operators, and they're saying that no one's really cracked the nut about how do you actually operate hands-free now without sticks and driving and having a pilot on board, operating drones that were able to stay with you where you're going. And that was, again, great feedback for us. Right after that, we rolled out, we came back from there, we got the system ready to go, and we went down to Texas. And so the most recent event that we had was called X-Tech Overwatch. It's run by the Army Fuse program, and then the Army Applications Laboratory was running this for them. And it was a huge exercise. 640 companies were competing. 40 of us got selected to actually demonstrate with the Army, and we were fortunate enough to be one of those. And we were able to train multiple days with Army troops accomplishing their objectives. So the Army there was actually using the robots, and there were 40 companies, again, like us, doing different things, whether they're UAVs or drones that are flying, ground robots that are operating, working forward, working backwards, whatever they needed to be doing in the Army, they were actually moving through the terrain and accomplishing objectives that they needed to take with an opposing force actually applying pressure to them that they had to overcome to reach their objectives. We were incorporated into the element that was training. We got daily feedback, direct feedback from the soldiers. So they used our system for an hour, then they came back and gave us direct feedback and actually graded us on how we were doing. All of that folded into a tremendous report that we got back that said, here are the things that we thought were really good that you have, here are the things that we thought you need to work on, and here's kind of how we think we would use it going on in the future. Those kinds of capabilities and feedback that we got from them, again, go directly into our engineering. We've already been applying many of the lessons learned that we were there. We had to operate to the systems for them, keep them up and operating, so our reliability was tested at the same time as our functionality. So again, trying to get our capability as reliable and capable as possible, both our hardware and our software. Now, when we were down in Texas as well, what we were predominantly looking at was our software, our Maestro product. And our Maestro product is the fourth element that we're bringing into the marketplace that gives a complete solution. The first one, obviously, is Raylar here with a robotic arm, and Tular, for that matter. Both of those are hardware solutions that give us that capability to launch and recover while you're moving. The second major component is having a drone. So we built our own test drone here that allowed us to turn around and have the capability to have endurance while we're operating with the Army, and to actually show what we were up to. And we had cameras on board. They were accomplishing their objectives, and it was tied together as we were going forward in time. And then the last thing that we need to be bringing to the marketplace is Maestro. And Maestro is the conductor. Think of it as the system that says, okay, I'll manage how you have lots of Raylars operating, and you have lots of drones operating and moving with an Army formation, and providing what's called Overwatch, which is protecting them and doing scouting for them out at the perimeters so that they don't get attacked. So this Overwatch exercise that we were part of, Maestro was the thing that we brought there. It is the major element that we wanted to work on because we had never been testing it other than with ourselves. And that gave us a tremendous opportunity to see how it would work, where we needed to fix certain things, and we got tremendous feedback, and literally they would give us feedback, and the next day we'd be bringing back software updates to the system. It was that fast of an iteration that was going on. So we got great feedback from that trip. We are actively changing many things that we're going forward with. And then the fourth element that we're working on right now is a magazine. So with the Army, what they want to be able to do is take our Raylar device, which is currently one robotic arm and one drone, even though there are two here that really operates with one. We're building a magazine of 10 to 20 drones that will be operating from a single Raylar. That system is well into development. We're funded by the Army all the way through to early part of 2027. We're building that system, and we're going to be taking all four of those elements, our Raylar, our drone, our magazine, and Maestro. We're going to be taking those down into the future now at the end of February and early March down in Texas again to work with the Army. We're going to be working with the Army Engineering at that time, as well as the Cavalry, the 1st Cavalry Division. And we're going to be showcasing all of those together now. Instead of just zeroing in on Maestro on our last exercise, we're going to be zeroing in on everything that we bring to the table. It'll be a complete solution. Will it work perfectly? Probably not. We'll probably have some things that we are unaware of because we're sitting in an engineering environment. We're testing, and there's nothing like direct soldier feedback to tell us what we need to be working on, what we need to fix. So we're really excited about going down there. We expect to have initial prototype capability with our magazine, and throughout the rest of 2026, we're going to be integrating and developing the system that we're building for the Army further and further and further along as we go forward in time. Simultaneous to that, the RALAR capability that we've already built using one drone is that we're starting to get ready to market that out to the first responders, especially here in the Connecticut area where we are. So we've already started a development effort and an outreach effort that we're going to be talking to multiple police and fire departments. We want to go out and show them the system, let them demonstrate it in a parking lot or wherever they want to end up looking at it, and start building a feedback mechanism from the local community that's going to be utilizing those as first responders, including EMTs for that matter, even emergency management systems and emergency management departments in the local community as well. I'll provide additional feedback on that as we start doing that. We probably will expect to be heading out seeing those folks in the next month or so, where we'll be talking to them and bringing them forward. Any demonstrations we have or feedback from them, I'll share again with some of these videos. So that's kind of where we've been, what we've been doing. It's a really busy time for us. It's been fantastic. Our systems are developing very, very rapidly now. The acceleration rate is occurring very quickly. If you remember, we've got, as I said, the hardware products, our RALAR and TULAR and our drones. We're about ready to name our drones, by the way, so you should see some new advertising and marketing that's going to come out on our drones, because we built them as tests, but people have already said that it's highly capable, so they at least like to start buying RALARs with our drones, so we'll get those developed. And then we have 3 software products. We have our Tracker Sensor Fusion Engine, we have our TurboFly, which is a wraparound flight controller, and we have the Maestro product. All of those products can be sold independently, or they can be bought in an integrated capability for RALAR as we go forward in time. So we're really looking forward to the next year, 2026. We think we're going to have a breakout year currently with what we believe is going to happen to us and what we see on the horizon. It's great to have a contract with the Army that is going to develop that magazine all through 2026 with designed-in experimentation and training with their soldiers. So we're already set up for those. We'll be looking for additional opportunities both with the military and with the commercial market at the same time. And so again, we believe that 2026 is going to be just a banner year for Target Arm. Again, if you have any questions, we'll post right at the end of this on the last page. We'll post an email where you can actually send in a question and we'll respond directly to you if you have anything that you'd like to know also about Target Arm. You can find a wealth of information on our website, which is targetarm.com. We have a YouTube channel, which has many videos about what we've been up to and where we've been, as well as you can go to Start Engine, and on Start Engine, we've been carrying a current capital raise, which is scheduled to end on December 9th. So anyways, thank you for taking the time to listen to what we've got going on. We're really excited about having the opportunity to break out next year and to actually showcase what we've got. So thank you very much for your time and have a great day.